Time now is 20 minutes past 8. Increasing numbers of snakes, bearded dragons and other reptiles are being given to shelters or abandoned because of the rise in the cost of living.
Now, obviously, those pets need specific conditions, so extra lights, heat lamps, energy bills, and the price of animal food is rising. And some owners say because of this, they can't afford to keep their pets. Frankie McCamley has more.
They may look like survivors from the age of the dinosaur, but 1 in 5 reptiles are threatened with extinction. And for some kept as pets, a new threat, the cost of living crisis. They need constant heat and special lighting, which is getting more expensive. Now, some reptile rescue centres are reporting a surge in these animals being handed in.
We've seen more in the first 3 months of this year than we saw the whole of last year. So that tells us something is changing.
As part of the Agricultural College here in Tunbridge, the team are researching why these pets are given up.
Financial issues are probably the biggest driver we're seeing right at this moment in time. People worried about not being able to afford to heat and feed the animals.
When owners do make that heartbreaking decision to give up their pet, the centre has to follow strict protocols.
We will do an assessment of that animal. Is it fit and healthy? Take its photograph, weights, measurements, and get a complete picture of the health of the animal. So then once they've gone through that triage process, they will come into this quarantine room. This is where the animals will spend at least the next 3 weeks.
And just looking around, it is mainly bearded dragons, isn't it?
So bearded dragons have been our big challenge this year. We are just absolutely backed up to the gunnels with them. It's for the first time we're now saying with bearded dragons, I'm really sorry, you're on a waiting list. I can't take them in unless it's an emergency.
As we're taking a look around, another call comes in. This time it's a corn snake that needs Chris's help. After an hour on the road, he arrives at Teresa's house.
I'm not happy about it, but I have to make firm choices because financially, the light is on and the finances on that, I can't maintain.
Have your bills already started going up?
They've gone up. It's already happened, yeah.
In Wolverhampton, another rescue centre says it's struggling to keep up with the numbers coming in.
We've seen an increase in our energy prices. We are having a surge in demand for us to take reptiles on, and we can only take on so many. We've got limited funding. My concern is if we can't help them at the time, what's going to happen? Where are they going to go?
Caught on CCTV, the desperation of one man led him to abandon his pet snake outside a reptile shop. Others have been found in fields and cardboard boxes, dumped.
We are really worried with the price, with the cost of living rising, that we will perhaps see an increase in animals being abandoned, but because their owners just can't meet the financial challenges of taking them on. Reptiles in particular, they can be quite expensive to keep because they need a really carefully controlled environment.
Does anyone want her on your shoulder for a sec?
But there is hope at this centre back in Kent. It's seeing lots of people who still want to adopt. After checks are carried out, Lizzie, the bearded dragon, is off to her new home. Frankie McCamley, BBC News.